Rise and shine, everyone. 6 o'clock here on your Finally Friday. Thank you for joining us on air and streaming on Care 11 Plus. I'm Jason Hackett alongside Alicia Lewis. The vibes are immaculate here on this Friday.
Good vibes.
So much to look forward to this weekend as well. We got the Wolves winning last night. It's just a great Friday.
And they're playing tomorrow. Wild play tomorrow, 4:30. There's the Cursed Child at the Orpheum. Us Harry Potter nerds will be there, John.
Full costume.
Full costume.
I love Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter.
What's your house again?
Hufflepuff.
Don't say it so with disdain.
No, Nicole she bought Gryffindor slippers and gave me Slytherin ones.
Oh.
But you're a Hufflepuff, so.
No, she wants to change that narrative.
I don't think that's how it works. The
But see, I always say, like, Harry could have been Slytherin, right?
No, Slytherin, no, Slytherin.
Right? But great, right? Mm-hmm. Anyways, all right, let's get outside. Sorry, we could do this Harry Potter thing all day, or we could do the weather. 38 in Alexandria. It's cooling down in western Minnesota. The storms, and we will talk about those storms, and temperatures today are going to be great. I'm excited for the low 60s. You should break your air conditioning more frequently. You actually start cheering for bad weather. I'm like, I don't want it to be nice and 85. No, keep it in the 50s and 60s. Again, then I don't have to have the reality of spending money on a new AC unit. Anyways, enjoy your day. It's going to be beautiful. We will talk about a few updates Saturday and Sunday in your forecast coming up. Alicia?
John, thank you. Let's give you a look at the roads here on your Finally Friday. As we keep saying, I just updated my MnDOT 511 app. If you haven't done so, do it. They got a new version out. No crashes that I'm seeing right now. There was one reported on eastbound 94 as you're leaving Como area, traveling eastbound, or westbound rather, towards Minneapolis. That's the only issue I'm seeing. And there's no significant weekend closures, just your typical projects that are already in the works. So right now, things look good. All right, let's get to developing news out of Edina right now. Charges could come down as soon as today for the suspects involved in a deadly shooting that happened earlier in the week. And now the victim's family is speaking out.
Audrey Russo is joining us in the newsroom with more details. Audrey.
4 suspects have been arrested in this case, and when I looked at the Hennepin County jail roster, I found the 4 people being held on probable cause for murder. Now, we're not identifying them until the charges formally come down, but the victim's mother says those 4 men were supposed to be her son's friends.
This is breaking my heart because I don't understand why somebody would do this to.
Now, this is John Stroud. He was 22 years old. He moved to Minnesota 3 years ago and was studying to be a plane mechanic. Stroud was shot Wednesday at this apartment complex in Edina. Police say they believe everyone involved is now in custody after announcing that 4th arrest last night. Stroud's mother lives in Texas, but she tells us she plans to fly to Minnesota today to attend every court proceeding related to her son's death. Now, one of the suspects in this case is due in Hennepin County Court this morning at 10 for a probation violation hearing. The suspect was convicted of a felony earlier this year for pointing a gun at a woman's head. Now, as a condition of this probation, he was not supposed to have a gun. Back to you.
Audrey Russo reporting from the newsroom. Thank you. A Bloomington ramp is back open this morning after a semi-rollover shut it down for hours last night. Take a look at this time-lapse video showing crews getting that semi back onto its wheels. State Patrol tells us the crash happened just before 8. They say the semi was going from South Highway 169 to West I-494 when it overturned, blocking the lanes. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but Bloomington Fire says the truck was leaking fluid. Right now, State Patrol is investigating.
6:04 on your Friday, a live look from D.C. right now on day 70 of the Department of Homeland Security shutdown. This morning, the clock is ticking to find a solution. A funding bill is now sitting with the House after Republican senators adopted a budget plan to fund ICE and Border Patrol. Now, the head of the union representing many DHS workers urged the House to approve the bill before today, warning failure to do so would guarantee TSA, Coast Guard employees, and FEMA employees will go unpaid by early next month. The House is not in session today, though, so it's not clear when they're going to take a vote.
This morning, DHS is rolling back some of its controversial immigration enforcement policies. The agency says ICE officials are now being told not to enter homes without judicial warrants signed by a judge. That's a change from a previous internal memo saying agents could forcibly enter without that warrant. ICE officers are also making fewer arrests during immigration court proceedings.
The Minneapolis City Council is back to square one this morning, nominating a public safety commissioner after failing to get enough votes to override Mayor Fry's veto to renew Todd Burnett's term. The city council originally rejected his nomination, with some council members saying that they were disappointed in his leadership. Barnett is still in his job and considered a nominee for his next term. Both sides will have to reach a compromise to prevent sending the nomination back and forth between the mayor and the council.
All right, 6:05. Let's turn to the Wolves, now waking up this morning after another huge win over the Denver Nuggets. Minnesota now leading this playoff series 2-1.
Let's go. Let's go. Megan McPherson live outside of Target Center, where the excitement ended just hours ago. And we'll ramp up for tomorrow, Megan. It's going to be back.
Yes, we're back. We got both teams back tomorrow. You said earlier, Jason, the vibes are immaculate this morning. I think the vibes are still going to be immaculate into this weekend with